Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Hello guys.
Hey guys.
Hey
guys.
Hello guys.
Hello guys.
Hey guys.
Hello guys.
Down here.
Boomish from Russia.
Malmo. It's Jampe from Finland.
Plopsky from Sweden here.
It's Flaming Hair.
It's Ethan from EG.
Hey guys, my name is Bented. Hello.
Hey guys, it's Sam and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
This DreamHack is gonna be a good one for us for sure. See you there.
Astralis are ready. You guys.
We're ready to win.
Cool.
Might be ready to win, but it's not quite time for that. It's still early. We still have some groups to go through to include a brand new one today. Group C over here for the DreamHack Master Spring 2020 in the European side of things will be kicking off. And we're going to be featuring teams like FaZe, Fnatic, Godsent, and Spirit. Before we get to any of that, we're going to go ahead and try to summarize and catch up to speed with what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my analysts right here on the desk with me for this morning. We do have Bled, we do have Potter, and they are raring ready to go. But before that, I think we should hype this one up just a little bit more, just one more notch. Crank it up, DJ. The DreamHack Master Spring 2020 continues today, right here on this day of May. We're at the very end of it, almost into June, but not into who my analysts are, where they are, where they're from, what they're here for. Let's talk to them. Let's bring them in. We've got Potter, we've got Bled, and they've got some stories to tell of their own. Not sure where you'd like to start, Christine, but literally anywhere is acceptable. But maybe Bled would be a better candidate. It looks like Christine froze in the moment. You know what I mean?
I like how you just frozen there in time. That's quite a beautiful image
just
indeed.
Stuck. Yeah. Well, there we go.
Yeah, there we are. All right. So the question, I don't know where to start from. I mean, I didn't obviously have a chance to be on the desk for Group B, but that was wild. Mouse coming out last. We had North coming out last in Group A as well. And I feel like these groups have been very, very topsy-turvy, Trace.
Yeah, things have been all over the place, really and truly. You look at Big Complexity, Mad Lions, and for a group of B, this one's shaped up in a way where I'm going to be honest, I had my heart set, an idea set that Complexity could have beat it on Big yesterday. They could have beat the game of Big. But that's just not what happened, you know? That's just not the way it went down. It got very close, though, didn't it, Bled?
It did get very close, but Berlin International Gaming, that's big for you boys. I don't know what that really stands for. They've been looking flawless, 3-0 win-loss record. They're looking really, really good, in fact. And that's the honest God truth about Big. They've been looking pretty good since the beginning of the year. It's unfortunate. I felt like that we haven't seen them play too much, which is why maybe they were underrated for quite a few people. But if you look at the results, like we saw some of the DreamHack Leipzig events, DreamHack Anaheim as well. I'm not sure they played both of them, but in one of the DreamHacks, they were looking pretty good as well. So it's good to see the continuing the form over here. They're looking good. It's online, I get it, but let's talk a little about Mouse, Trace. I mean, it's just a disappointment of disappointment. Like, it's rough. I put out a tweet as well. They won 30% of the games out of the past, like, 10 or 11 games. That's unacceptable for a team like Mouse Sports.
And it just gives me such a headache almost to think about, because it's like we just got on this amusement park ride, right? And albeit it was going great, and then it just kind of slows down and stops right in the middle. So then you're kind of stuck with this essence that, well, Mouse Sports almost got there. You almost got there in the end, but then it just didn't happen. Like, they've given us championships. They've given us trophies. They've shown us that they can do it. But then for some reason, they've tapered off. And I'm not entirely sure what it is, Bled, but from my sixth sense, from the outside looking in, I'm going to have to say that there's something weird going on within this lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone really knows what's really going on, but we could talk about what's going on in Group A here.
We could
did
do that,
have,
yeah.
we did have chaos. Heartbreak, man. I feel the Steel, dude. I really feel for him, especially, it was a little late in the day for me when I was watching the game, and I remember Zippa having a crazy 1v5 to kick things off. I'm like, you know what, Chaos could probably pull off the win here, but Furia have looked so good so far, and I feel like Liquid, MIBR, I think both of them, MIBR especially, are going to be feeling a little lucky to have made it through. Furia looking unstoppable. Art is an artist in that server. He has been just phenomenal, the whole team as a whole, and for me it feels like kind of like the resurgence of Furia. Now the question can be asked, I wish Potter was here for me to throw that to her, whether it's Furia really overperforming or really delivering now again, or is it the rest of the NA teams kind of tapering off at the moment?
Yeah, and you know, we're looking at NA teams, or we're thinking about NA teams. Honestly, Liquid beating MIBR last night has to have been a breath of fresh air.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, finally winning some stuff, our Liquid, and that has been so surprising, right? And it's not just this event. It's kind of interesting ever since the online era has come upon us. Now, it can be a dark time for a few of these teams. We've seen teams like Mouse, we've seen teams like Fnatic, we've seen teams like, of course, well, obviously Liquid as well. These are the big names who have struggled and kind of fallen flat. I think MIBR struggles go way back before, you know, the entire online stuff happened. But that's the thing, like some teams have risen to the occasion and some teams are kind of fallen flat. Unfortunately, Liquid are very, very liquid at the moment. I don't know how to end that one.
They're very I don't know, it's like very
evaporated
there. It's like I went to the beach and I've got sand stuck in everything, shoes, hair, on my leg. I can't get it all off. That's how Liquid feel right now. They're like a sunburn that just won't go away. Now, that's only because they need to find a way to successfully win all the time. But speaking of winning, we also have to speak a little bit of losing. Over there on the NA side, we had this little team, the little team that could, Chaos. Now, with Chaos, Vanity, Zeppa, Jonesy, Steel, and Voltage. Well, these guys, they had their hearts out, but it wasn't enough. Let's take a look.
We had one player and then they left and we got a new player to replace them, and then they got replaced and then they got replaced and their replacements kept getting replaced. I feel like I've played with more people in the last 6 months than I've done in my entire 12-year career.
I really like the points that Potter were making, praising Vanity for his input, for his impact on the team. Zeppa, are you kidding me? He's gotten himself 2 kills, a follow-up Gush. Oh my goodness, he's gunning for the ace and he takes it. What an incredible play from Zeppa.
We have players that have really good mechanics and can shoot back. It's just a matter of getting on the same page, getting some confidence, and just not giving so much respect to our opponents. Like, we can go and beat Liquid one day and then lose to some complete ass MDL team the next day, and then play it close with MIBR the next day.
Hold on though. Hold on though. The Neil goes unchecked again.
Can you find consistency with this lineup? Yes or no?
I mean, I can say yes, but if it doesn't happen, don't look at me like you said yes in this interview. It's like I said the same thing about our old roster, but then you know, we tried and it didn't work out. We need to change players and we try again. I am you know, optimistic about it, but at the end of the day, it's it's not whether it's a team game. Best I can do is try and say yes, we'll be a consistent team. But if it doesn't happen, don't just highlight clip this and be like, you're dumb, Steel, you said that you guys were gonna be top 30. I don't know.
Yeah, and Christine, how nice of you to join us. It's been a while. It's good to hear your voice as well. We're talking about young players, but moreover, we're talking about this Chaos squad. Now, you might know a little bit about this team. We've got some North American people in there. What's going on?
Oh man, I thought Chaos, they absolutely turned a lot of heads. They turned my head, and I'm sure Twitch chat enjoyed their play. I really enjoyed Zeppa, man. He was not a player that I knew about before this tournament, and I thought he was fantastic. The amount of courage, I guess, within the server, playing up against just these well-known teams, but he was not afraid to take any duels across the board, and he was a huge part of the reason why Chaos was able to be an actual contender to make upsets happen.
Yeah, and ultimately for Chaos, they do end out 1 and 2. So we basically sent them on their way, and that is pretty much how that works. But the idea of young players and remerging talent in kind of a post-Valorant era, if you want to call it that, the new class of pro players coming up. Watching young players come up is a cool process. Do you guys have your prospects with anyone? Is there any way that we see this kind of formulate in a certain way?
Yeah, Potter, go ahead. You know a lot about young players.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it's just all about capitalizing on opportunities, right? We've seen Big do it. We've seen Furia do it. Whenever these opportunities come and the old guard starts moving out, holes start opening up, you know, and these young up and coming players, they got to be hungry and they got to be ready to capitalize on it.
Out with the old, in with the new.
And that is something I can go along with for a very long time. North America's had a struggle with it, trust me. But right now, we're going to hear from a man from France by the name of Apex and what he thinks in the whole ordeal.
All these upcoming players are coming from Faceit, and Faceit is most likely a solo queue platform. So most of the new players don't know how to play as a team. So they've been improving as individual, they've been coming in FPL or all the thing because of those individual plays. So when they're starting a team, I don't think it's easy for them because they just know how to play individually and not as a team. But it's fine because you need players that think about themselves. You need a new rising player like them because it's really important for the scene.
Oh dear, things are arriving. So it's
They just need to learn, and then when they become more efficiency, it's gonna be way better for the whole team, and I guess it's gonna be better. You just need to teach them what to do and just keep the strength.
Brokey versus Shox, young versus old, and Brokey spots him out, finds the headshot.
That's really important for me as in-game leader to keep the strengths of my players. We have exactly the kind of player like Mizuta. Mizuta is really good player as individual, but he didn't know much as a team because he never played for big team before. I think it's always nice to have new players because of that, because you know that if they want to improve, if they want to show that they have a lot of motivation and they will listen to you as much as possible, it's gonna be great.
Caught by Plopsky. This 1v2 becoming doable. He hasn't got the weapon for it though. Beautiful now. Oh, he can push him, and the timing.
I remember Zaiwu at the beginning. He wanted to learn everything, the team play, all the things, because obviously as an individual he was already like the best player in the team when he joined it. But about the team play, about the position to help each other, etc., he had a lot to learn. But he was listening so well. He was taking the criticize really well.
Down, dropping Alex. This is a mess. Zaiwu, oh, he's making it real. They have a way to get on that bomb because it's so far ticked. Tapping on it, S-Tag gets baited in, and Zaiwu, 4 kills on that pistol round. Forget maps logged when you got this guy on your team.
When you have the young players who want to improve in listening to the older players, it's always nice, and I think you're improving really fast in that way.
Be that one shot that gets it done. Nox got the headshot angle. It was easy for Nox.
It was easy for Nox. Man, that was a wise gentleman, and not the guy talking about Nox, rather, but the play himself. Now, obviously, that was Apex discussing what there is to look forward to in the coming future, but we don't even get to see Apex until the coming future. We're talking Group D. For now, though, we need to continue to push forward. We need to talk about the matchups that we have on hand today. 3 best of 3s coming your way, and we're going to be taking a look at the groups first and foremost. So right off the top, kicking off Group C, Christine, how about help me?
Yeah, Group C, I mean, this is going to be certainly exciting. FaZe Clan, Olaf Meister stepping down, a new young blood coming in. We already saw the success with Brokey, so I'm excited to see what FaZe Clan can actually do with their new 5th. And Godsend even coming in. I mean, Farlig from Copenhagen Flames, he's had a lot of success on that squad. So I'm very much looking forward to these matches coming up in Group C.
Yeah, everybody wants to know what's going on with FaZe Clan, me included. So we'll also talk about North America in the meantime. Bled, I think you should do me the honors here.
Yeah, Group A, I mean, that one's done, dusted. Commiserations for to Chaos Esports. I think Esports Club. I think that's what it stands for, the EC over there. And they have looked very good indeed. But yeah, this is the group I've been waiting for from NA. We got EG. They have a lot to prove. They're looking rough so far. 100 Thieves at Kassad. We have Cloud9, who are indeed on Cloud9, at least based on recent results. And Genji repping Bentet, my man. I'm really looking forward to this group.
Oh yeah, Big Bentet. Now, he has been exciting to watch. He's certainly been one of the players that we've enjoyed watching during the road to Rio and through EPL. This was a guy where at least when we got the opportunity to see Genji, I was excited to see him performing under a new system, a new structure. Bringing up today's matches, we're going to begin to talk about what is on the cards. Fnatic and Spirit will kick us off at the best of 3, followed by FaZe Clan and Godsent. Now, big asterisks among the FaZe Clan fans. We all know that Olaf has stepped away. We're looking at Bemis as the one to step in. That's right, I've said Bemis, not to be confused with any other words. That's the word I've gone with. And then we're going to round the whole day out with some Evil Geniuses Cloud9, not to be confused with Clout9, which also exists too, I think.
Who is confusing that, Trace?
Who is?
Yeah.
You know what?
Who?
I don't know. I thought of it, maybe you guys. Speaking of which, I don't want to get confused around here. I don't want there to be any, misdirection, misguidance. There are only a select few groups that can help to make this happen. Those sponsors, they are the very lifeline, the lifeblood here of the DreamHack Master Spring 2020. And in fact, Bled, which one do you like the most?
Intel gives me 1,000 FPS, 1,000 frames per second, and that helps my game.
Oh yeah, I like that. Christine, have you picked that one as well, or what's your deal?
I have. Lily, she's gotten me excited about that sourdough bread. So I've got to go with AT&T here.
Nice. Well, before we talk about putting the buns in the ovens, we're going to go to a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to jump into what is the first best of 3. Thank goodness this is just the pre-show. We'll be right back, everybody, with our first game of the day.